Hi, it's Mark from Mark of the Cyberbeast, finishing up Cybertruck and the Keys, Alamorada edition. Now here we are at Lazy Days. Now Lazy Days, there's two locations. One's in Marathon, one's here in Alamorada at mile marker 80 at the southernmost tip of Alamorada and Upper Matacumbi. We're right next door to Bud and Mary's Marina. Now why is that important? Well, because Bud and Mary's has not only an incredible headboat, they have great charter fishermen. Anything you catch at Bud and Mary's, you can bring to Lazy Days and they can prepare it for you either fried, blackened, or Lazy Days style. And I highly recommend Lazy Days style. It's the best. Last year, my father, my brother, and I caught 24 yellowtail snapper on the headboat. We had food for 3 days. This is my dad's favorite restaurant. You're gonna go inside and find out why. You've got incredible views of not only the water, but of Alligator Reef Lighthouse. And while you're waiting for a table, if it's really busy, there's outdoor seating and a nice little beachfront. You can sit there with a drink. There's a bar at the first level. We're gonna go around and take a look at the place, but I'll tell you, when you're in Upper Matacumbi, you gotta go to Lazy Days for some great fresh seafood, so let's go. Okay, so here's Lazy Days Beach. You can tell by the sign. So when you come on in here, if you're waiting for a table, not only do they have some cornhole for you, but you've got some great seats, some right here in the shade, which is probably where I would be. And you have a bunch out here with this amazing view. Now, it's gonna be hard to tell, but out there in the horizon is Alligator Reef Lighthouse. Alligator Reef is a staple here. It's actually part of the Alamorada logo and motif. You can take some great pictures here in front of Papa Pilar's rum chair. And of course, you've got outdoor seating right out here. So if you want to be in the shade and sit outside and enjoy the views out here, you can. On the second floor, you've got covered views as well. And inside, it's air conditioned. So depending on who you're here with, you can enjoy any of those. Now, there's also underneath here a bar, which we're gonna go to real quick. And the bar is busy during happy hour. There's also a gift shop as well, but they do have happy hour specials, and every day in here during happy hour, it is very busy. So there is the bar underneath here, as well as the seating for everyone to enjoy. Now, the best thing, honestly, is the view. You've got such a great view. In fact, if you look over, there is what's called Tea Table Island. It's a private residence. They do some events there. Great view of that too, but again, right next door to Bud and Mary's Marina, you can't go wrong. You can't miss this place. And one of the most favorite things that we enjoy about this place is when they give you a basket of bread, one of the things in that basket is their famous banana bread. And that banana bread is absolutely incredible. So when you come here, you have to trust me on that. Fight for the banana bread. It's a big piece, but everyone's be going for it because that is everyone's favorite. So we're gonna go inside, see John, one of the managers, and get some food. Well, as soon as you walk in, you're greeted to their fresh catch. And they've got a bunch of different fresh catches here. Also oysters, they always have some fresh oysters here. Scallop, tuna, shrimp, scallops, and a bunch of other fish. I am not sure, that is definitely mahi-mahi though. A fish so good they had to name it twice. So here we have the entrance and the second level. This is the air conditioned part. We're gonna go inside and meet with John, look at some of the items on the menu, as well as some of the drinks. Well, here I am with John. John's one of the managers here at Lazy Days. Now, Lazy Days, you guys have been around for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, 1991.
1991. And did you know, people out there in Mark of the Cyberbeast land, Cybertruck and the Keys, that back in those early 90s, there was actually jet ski races here on the beach. That was pretty packed. But if you search YouTube, there's a couple jet ski races that were here back in the day.
Yeah, Yamaha events.
Yep, absolutely.
Right.
So not many people know that because people didn't work here this long or been from the area. Like you've been here most of your life, right?
So I've been down here for about 10 years now.
Okay.
But it was a home away from home. My family, we used to drive down from Miami to Kokomo's and hang out at the Holiday Isles. But when I was 18 years old, I drove down here and I got a job at Holiday Isles. That was my first real job down here. Was running jet skis and paddle boards and kayaks out of Holiday Isles.
Cool. And then, so Lazy Days, you know, people know that there's one marathon, there's one here, but you guys actually own a couple of restaurants, including one we filmed a couple of weeks ago. Is that correct?
Yeah, Snook's Bayside, right up in Key Largo. We also own Ziggy and Mad Dogs, the steakhouse right up the road. We also own Island Fish Company in Marathon, Kiki's in Ramrod Key and Boondocks, and now newly acquired Conch Republic in Key West.
And actually, those are some of my favorite places. Ziggy and Mad Dogs, great place for steaks. Island Fish Company, dog friendly. Bring your dogs. And my wife and I love bringing our dogs there. We go down to Home Depot in the area.
Yeah, we're all dog friendly down here.
Awesome. And you've got lots of space here for the dogs. And I'll tell you, the great thing about being here at Lazy Days, obviously the view, right? So,
Right.
I mean, look what we have behind us. So when you're eating, almost all of your tables look out to this,
You
right?
can't beat it. And about 6:30, we got our flames on. So as that sun's going down, the flames come up, and we got nice, beautiful pink skies.
And I will say, in season, this place is just slammed. This is my dad's favorite place for seafood.
Wonderful.
And no, obviously his favorite time is Italian Food Company.
It's
so that goes without saying.
I enjoy it.
But when as soon as you say seafood, my father's like, "What's that place?" Lazy Days. Yes, because we went fishing over at Bud and Mary's. We caught 24 yellowtail, and you guys do your Lazy Days.
I like to think we're the originals of the cook your own catch here. We've been doing it for 20 plus years. And our most famous style, I'm sure that we'll get into that a little later in the interview. We'll go into detail about that. But Lazy Day style, you should always at least try it when you bring your catch in.
I mentioned, you know, there's fried, there's black, there's Lazy Days, and you can try a little bit of the others, but Lazy Days is where you want to be.
Absolutely.
But it's not only about the food here. You guys have some of your own signature cocktails. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. We have our Lazy Days in the Keys right over here.
Now this is, I assume, since it's Lazy Days in the Keys, a rum-based drink. Is that
This
correct?
is coconut rum, Captain Morgan. We also have orange juice, pineapple juice, and a splash of cranberry juice on top.
So this is juice and rum, and I'm gonna do a little taste
Go ahead.
because if I have too many, I'll let Tesla drive me nuts.
There you go.
But not too sweet. I think the cranberry
Blends it in.
offsets the sweetness of the orange juice and the rum, but the coconut definitely gives a nice finishing touch to it. And you guys have a lot of beers on tap too, a lot of beers in bottles.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a very large variety, and we also have all your local beers down here too. Florida Keys Brewery Company to Island Motto Beer Company.
We were just at Coconut Pop, which is the Almond Brewery.
Yep.
And some of our favorite beers. Now, what beers do you have from Almond Brewery?
So right now, the beers that we have are Iguana Bait. We have Iguana Bait is from Queen Keys Company. We have the IBC Citrus Ale, and then Island Motto Beer Company makes our very own Lazy Days lager for us. And then we have Channel Marker, of course. That's our local IPA that we have on tap.
The citrus one, I always tell people that's the one it's my favorite.
Yeah,
It's a nice little
you want a nice crisp beer when you're down here in the
hint of citrus with that beer. I think like your thirst, like you won't believe. Now, you guys offer amazing happy hours. We talked about some of the happy hour menus that you guys have, but your appetizers, you guys have a bunch of different types. You also have some great meals. I've gotten probably almost one of everything. I've been here so many times. What's your best seller?
Speaking on appetizers, we just added a raw bar upstairs, right? So right now we have a variety of different premium oysters. We have Puma logos from Washington State, shipped in from Japan in the 1940s. We have Moonrise, which are from Massachusetts, and we have your typical Connecticut influence, right? And another one we have is from Prince Edward Island. That one's going to be Pink Moon.
Okay. You ever get any Shinty oysters in?
We stick to the oysters that we can get more year round and seasonal because we actually have them on our menu.
Gotcha. Shinty is one of my favorites because if you've ever been there on vacation, it is just an amazing place. But
I gotta check it out.
I digress. So, what's your best-selling main dish?
Our best selling main dish, I'm gonna have to say, is our Lazy Day style. right? I'm not going to shy away from it. You know, that's what we're known for. People fly from all across the world to try our Japanese bread crown with our scallions, Parmesan cheese, key lime butter sauce on top. So I would have to say these.
And I was just going to mention key lime butter because that's on a lot of your dishes.
Yeah, it is.
So you guys make that in-house?
We do make it in-house. Yes, we do.
Awesome. And so appetizer, what's your more popular appetizer?
So I'll tell you my favorite, and what sells a lot is our shrimp cocktail. We make all of our sauces in-house. So that cocktail sauce, we make it right here in our prep kitchen. Now the shrimp that we have are blue shrimp from the Gulf of Mexico or America, however you want to say it. And right now we get them 6 months out of the year. And they're the most tender, juicy shrimp that I've ever tasted.
Yep, and I know I've had them a few times because again, I've got happy hours on vacation, and getting that shrimp is definitely delightful. So
Yeah, we definitely bulk up when it's time that the shrimp closes in the Gulf.
and we're filming this. It's early October. The season's just starting to come back in now. Things are starting to open up again because September is when everything closes down, and this week is when you'll probably start seeing things pick up. Correct?
Yeah, we'll start picking up a little more into November, December.
The only time we know what month it is September when the roads are empty. Okay.
I'm like, we still got to get to November, right?
Yes. And then we'll be busy in November. People come down here for Thanksgiving. In fact,
Yes.
We were just at a rental last week. The same views right here of Alligator Reef Light. There's no anchor at the other place we're at. So I love the anchor.
No, and we have a live feed on YouTube 24/7 that has a live feed of the weather, the atmosphere, the ambiance, and closer towards when the sun starts going down, you get a nice good look at the lighthouse with that live feed.
Well, we're going to have a link for that right down below. In fact, we'll put it here right now. If you go down to the description, you have a link for that feed. You can always check it out. We're going to go inside, probably cool off a little bit, check out some of the food dishes, and report back.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, I think the food's coming.
Right.
Those shrimp,
That is-
OMG.
That is our jumbo shrimp cocktail for you.
That is jump. So if you sprinkle some Old Bay on
We
there.
Sprinkle some Old Bay on top of it.
Awesome.
It's our homemade cocktail sauce in the middle. We got some fresh lemon juice to squeeze on those for you, okay?
That looks awesome. And by the way, I do want to show everyone out there just a quick view of the menu. So we're going to do, just so you guys see how big it is, how many choices you have here, unlike other restaurants where you're really pigeonholed into a handful of different things.
Absolutely. We'll dive right into it.
Just to get an idea of the menu, the specialty drinks are on one page, and they're pretty loaded. Then you've got your wine on the next page, followed by a page of appetizers, appetizer specials. Then we'll go to raw bar specials, as well as your oysters and your seafood towers, which these seafood towers are delectable. So, but we're not even at the main menu here. We're still at soups, salads, and then finally seafood and chicken pastas, seafood, steak, poultry, and then sandwiches for lunch and dessert. So again, this place, look at this menu. Folks, if you can't find something on here that you like, get your head examined. So this is the infamous banana bread, and I will tell you, comes out, a little warm. You've got your butter. Definitely slather some butter on it. I'm not gonna put some on right now because I want to take a little bite for you. Folks, this is the most tasty banana bread I've ever had. Worth a visit just for this. Okay, so John brought not only some delectable carrots, which I gotta say were really, really good.
Got
some
the honey
rice,
glazed carrots there.
but this is what, let's just say, hypothetically, I got lucky fishing.
Right?
This is what I would,
This is what the platter would look like here.
so on the left side is what?
So this is St. Croix with Japanese bread encrusted. We got your fresh lime slices on top with key lime butter sauce and our fresh peppercorns on top. In the middle here, we have our world famous Lazy Day style. with a Japanese breadcrumb. We got scallions, tomatoes, Parmesan cheese, and our world famous key lime butter sauce. I wanted to give you guys y'all a little kick, right? So here we have jalapeno encrusted yellowtail with cilantro and a little bit of key lime butter sauce on top. So the jalapenos that are in this jalapeno style, we get from a market, and we get the chilies, right? They're little red chilies. They're called chile de árbol, and we grind them up, and that's how we put them in the panko. And that's how we do the jalapeno style.
You had my wife at jalapeno, so
That's why I always wanted.
yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
My wife usually gets the jalapeno encrusted snapper, so this is probably what she's going to dive into first. I'm going to try the St. Croix, but I'm going to end up more than likely with the Lazy Days style. And then we've got some rice. We already talked about the banana bread, which you guys just
Fresh
knock out of
every
the
morning.
park. Oh,
Banana
amazing.
bread fresh every morning.
But folks, this is what fresh seafood looks like down on the Keys. Okay, John, thanks for that great meal. We were so stuffed from all that
Absolutely.
food. They have a great homemade key lime pie. Just we had no room for it. Oh my God, that was just way
Yeah.
too much food.
Next time you drive by, just stop in for a key lime pie.
There you
Now,
go.
I know a lot of people who do that key lime pie challenge. They drive through the Florida Keys and try different key lime
Try
pies.
'em all,
I
then
think
go
we
back
got a
for
pretty
seconds,
good one.
right?
I think we got a pretty good one here.
Awesome.
Homemade.
Well, John, we're starting to wind up our Cybertruck in the Keys here, and again, at my father's favorite place, Lazy Days. So, mark the Cyberbeast here. What we want to ask everyone to do down below, obviously in the description we have all the information, but hit like, hit comment, hit subscribe, ask questions for John and Lazy Days, ask questions for me, post your comments, say, hey, I was there, that food is great, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow.
Thank you very much.